Hello, everybody. So you're probably like, bruh, thought you said you were going to increase the production value. Well, yeah, I was gonna, but unfortunately, I am not in a environment or in a proper creative space to do that. So I do have my video camera, and I actually recorded a couple of videos already on it. I haven't edited them. I haven't even uploaded them because I don't even have my computer set up. Just where I live right now and what's going on, it's not really conducive to the creative process. So I wanted to record this real quick to let you all know that I lied. And that's the title of the video, right? So here's the plan. In the near future, let's say 3 months, I am going to hopefully be able to move and be able to get things started and just kind of keep my channel on a higher quality level that I originally envisioned for it. But granted, a lot of life things are going on right now. I basically live in a broom closet and I can't really set up everything how I want to. And because of my time in when it comes to being a professional videographer, musician, songwriter, and the list continues, there is a bare minimum line, right? And this can kind of be a good thing. And this is why I'm going to make this a whole video instead of a short, but I probably could have done. But I feel when you have time in and you have an actual dedicated skill towards something, your your bar becomes a little bit higher and higher and higher for the minimum of what you should be doing and putting into those creative efforts, right? So for a long time I've struggled with having my bar like way the fuck up here, literally off camera. I've had to taper that. I've had to grow humble as a person and as a capable performer. I've had to realize it doesn't need to always be just outside the box. We can lower it little bits and pieces and little bits and pieces. And when I started doing this with my phone, that was kind of like a pretty low bar for me, right? Especially coming from when I was so used to doing the best, highest quality productions that I could. And that's why I don't have much. I've always lived the philosophy of quality over quantity. But unfortunately, when I had set sights for this channel and this series with the chronological music thing, I didn't realize that my own mental health and my own life situation was going to once again get in my way. And even when I got the camera, I immediately started bringing that bar back up because I was like, oh, okay, well, now I need to have proper lighting. Now I need to get a better mic because the old mic that I had, I either lost or fucking destroyed or something. I don't know where the fuck happened to it. And then I was taking more time doing these videos and I wasn't nailing them on the first take like I used to. I was doing multiple takes. And personally, I get very perfectionist. And if I do more than 3 or 4 takes, I'm basically spending like 6 hours doing something. And I just don't have that time. I don't have that luxury. And that detracts from the whole reason I'm doing this, right? I need to hold myself accountable. I need to keep myself in a capability to want to do this. And unfortunately, sacrifices got to be made. So it's just easier for me to bring that bar back down instead of thinking, okay, I got the camera, I got the lighting, I got to do all this, I got to be in a good environment, I got to blah, blah, blah. No. All right. We just got to take it back a little bit. And we got to go back to square one. And we're going to continue with the phone for a little while longer. Like I said, I'm in the process of getting my life figured the fuck out. For those who don't know, in the middle of a divorce, I had to move back in with my mom, and I just don't really know where my life direction is going. And on top of that, I now run a nonprofit for my county, and I hit the ground running once January happened. I had to quit teaching. In fact, actually, Monday of this week, at the time of recording, was the final day that I had. It was a very bittersweet moment because I really enjoy teaching. It was a very spiritual healing thing for me. But the point is, I'm going through a lot of transitions, and I've had to really scale back my life to try and heal, grow, and figure out what the next step is. Because I'm fucking 31. All right, I know bald hair and the aging process makes me look like I'm 40, but I still have really no good solid foundation in order to build off my life. That was the trade-off that I had done by being a musician and then having all these different diverse skill sets, but never, jack of all trades, master of none kind of situation. If you don't get master certification on something, you're never going to make a lot of money. you're never going to be where you want to be, and goals and achievements are just that much harder to attain. So, I want to communicate to everybody that I am going to continue doing things, and I should have took everything into account and realized that I knew I was going to go back to my old flaws and I was going to raise that bar back higher just because of something like having a camera. And then I realized I'm back in the same environment anyways. And this is not the best lighting. This is not the best audio. Now I have to script out my stuff. Now I have all this time to edit. It's like, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to do these as quick as possible. And I feel there's an authenticity and sincerity that is missing from my work when I do these multiple takes. That's why I've always that's why I've always preferred performance over recording. My one album, the only reason why it was as good as it was, and it wasn't that good, spoiler alert, was because me, my drummer, and my bassist all just wanted something out there as soon as possible. So we literally got together at like 8 in the morning. We fucking just plowed through everything, took a lunch break, finished doing things, started the overdubs, and then my drummer, I think 2-3 days later, basically put out what our album was. Like, if I would have sat there and done take after take after take after take, I would have fucking never released that album. And thankfully, because we hit the ground running with our performance aspect and we were playing live fairly certain after our first rehearsal, we had a natural skill to play those songs well enough that I think for at least 2 of the tracks, they sound as best as they could have been. Other songs, maybe they need a little bit more work. Maybe we could have done some dubbing. Maybe we could have done XYZ. It doesn't matter. Me performing has always done better than me recording, me taking my time. And even now today, with years under my belt and all this reflection, I just feel that all of my best work has been spur of the moment improv, and it has that level of authenticity that you just can't find anywhere else. And I'd like my videos to emulate that same level. If they do, great, awesome, there we go. If they don't, well, unfortunately, the quality of the videos are not going to improve until my overall life improves. And then maybe we can actually do everything that I want to do for this channel in its entire vision. But until then, things are going to continue on the phone. And to make up for lost time, because a lot of shit has been happening, I'm going to be stacking a bunch of videos. So this is the first video. I'm not even really going to count it. But I do have 3 videos that I recorded with the video camera that are going to be considered lost videos. I'm going to try and spend some time in the early weeks of February to try and get them out in the middle to late of February. So we're going to break order a little bit, but that's okay because we kind of took a pause on the chronological series anyway. So there's nothing like too far out that's going to throw everything off. It was just one video was talking about how a bunch of people are leaving on YouTube. And then I also was playing a new song that I wrote that I'm actually going to re-record on my phone just to get it out there and then talk about it like I've been doing, just because I want to break from monotony. And then the other video was just kind of an album review that I decided to scrap about a quarter way through. Because that is still going to be a full quality production. I want to have my album playing and have like parts where I can stop and then, tell you how I'm feeling and what I'm thinking and all that stuff. But at the same time, you guys already have all that. If you really want to know my deep dive thoughts on my album, just click on all the songs. You're going to see it. The album review portion is more of just, I'm playing the album and I'm giving you my feedback and remembering things as I'm listening to it. So maybe it's not even necessary. I'm not sure about that video specifically, if that's going to get put out. I honestly would like to do that as more of a live stream thing, but I feel that it would only really work when I have a certain number of people who consistently watch. And I will freely admit I am far from that point. So we will see. You guys are going to have a couple of videos just dropping this week, though, because like I said, I'm stacking things up. So thank you all for being patient, understanding. I greatly appreciate it. And hopefully this doesn't detract too many people. This channel is going to take a while to get off the ground anyway, which I freely... I knew that was going to happen. I accept it. It's cool. But I'm just hoping for those who do end up coming back and looking at these videos after you potentially found me or are following me the whole way through, that you kind of see that my consistency hasn't changed because of the process that I'm doing. That's really what I'm hoping for. So thank you all again for your patience. I appreciate it. New videos are going to be coming out. And then in middle of February to late February, those video recorded ones that are going to be edited and nicer, higher quality productions will be put out. But I'm not sure if the camera quality is going to stay at that point or not, or if we'll just continue back on the phone. So that's that. I'll see you all later. Stay safe out there.